back to KP's Kingdom, cooking with KP, and today we're doing a little takeaway favourite. It's my smoked lamb and gravy buns. Really nice takeaway type vibe on this. You're going to need all these ingredients and a little bit more. We need to get into a backstory. First thing we need to do is cook some smoked lamb. Now, if you don't have a smoker, you can just do a roast lamb in the oven. There's plenty of recipes out there how to do that, but using my Lebanese styled smoked lamb, this works absolutely perfect. Alright, so we're going to smoke this leg of lamb off. It's about 2.3 kilo, and it's going to take about 6 hours, just nice, low and slow. And I'm going to start cutting that up really nice and fine. Now we're going to have some of that left over, of course. So how we're going to use up that smoked lamb is we're going to make these beautiful gravy buns. Alright, a little bit of butter into a fry pan. Right, just like that. We're going to melt that down, and we're going to slowly build up and make a nice onion type gravy. And the onion gravy is just going to work absolutely perfectly with the lamb. Alright, so I've got one onion which I finely sliced. I've used a mandolin for that. I can't cut onions that fine, believe me, and the mandolin's going to make sure it all ends up being perfect. I do put a dash of salt on my onions just to try and draw out a little bit of moisture. As you can see, those onions are starting to change colour. We're going to cook those off for probably 5, maybe 6 minutes, and I'm only going at a pretty slow pace. About 2 tablespoons worth of, I'm using plain flour in this instance, and I'm just going to put that in. We're going to cook that flour off, and that flour is going to absorb some of that butter and some of the onion juice. Alright, and all we have to do now is start making up our gravy, and it's a pretty simple sort of process. Right here I've got some beef stock. I'm just going to add in a little bit, give that a stir. The flour is going to absorb some of that stock, and just as it does, just add a little bit more stock at a time, slowly at first, and we can speed that up as the mix actually starts to loosen up a little bit. Right, so just keep stirring that around, add a little bit of stock, just like that, and you know, the smell of this is pretty simple and really nice. We've just got a nice beefy flavour smell coming through, as well as those onions and the butter. Butter always smells beautiful cooking in a pan. As you can see, we're starting to get a little bit of a thickage type sort of sauce type happening. We're going to just keep stirring that through, keep that flour absorbing the stock, and we're just going to keep going in the process and just keep stirring. Otherwise we're going to end up with a lumpy gravy, and trying to get rid of the lumps in a fry pan like this, not really easy. So we're just going to keep giving that a good stir. Alright, so we're getting pretty close to where we want to be. As you can see, the stock has absorbed the flour and vice versa, and all we have to do now is start getting that to start thickening up. As you can see, that's thickened up a little bit. I'm going to give it a good little bit of splooge of some Worcestershire sauce. Alright, it's just going to give us a little bit more depth to our gravy flavour, a little bit of white pepper, alright, to taste, and I'm going to follow that up with a little bit of black pepper. White pepper is going to give it a little bit of sharpness, and black pepper a little bit of depth, and that's the secret to, believe it or not, the KFC gravy. I'm going to add in about 2 teaspoons worth of a Dijon mustard. Put that in, keep stirring that through, and get that all absorbed into what we've got creating in that pan. Alright, and here we've got some of our leftover lamb. As you can see, I have cut that very fine, and when we after we did the lamb, we actually ended up making all sorts of different dishes. I actually made a fried rice with it, I made a frittata with it, I made wraps with a little kebab style gyros with it. Unfortunately, I was not well enough with my MS to film those, and I really wish I could have, but I've already fallen over a couple of times this week, and that's not good. About half a glass of red wine, why not? Put that in, and it's going to add a little bit of sweetness to this gravy. And all we have to do now is just keep stirring that through until it starts to reduce and thicken up. Now Mrs. KP's got these really nice hot dog buns. She's cut those down the centre, not all the way, around about sort of 80% of the way through, and that way we'll be able to make up a really nice beautiful meat and gravy bun. And she's also going to cook up some fries and a couple of onion rings. Alright, you can see that gravy starting to thicken up quite nicely. All we have to do now, open that up, get that gravy, get that meat in there. The gravy's going to soak into the bread. Those beautiful chips on the side with a sweet potato fry and a couple of onion rings. And there you go, you've got a really cool little Friday night meal. Little smoked lamb and gravy buns. Love to see you try and make this one at home. If you don't have smoked lamb, you could also use leftover barbecue chicken. You could put leftover beef, whatever. You could use whatever meats you like. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, hit that like button. It gives me confidence to make you feel warm and fuzzy too. Don't forget to hit that notifications bell. You'll be notified every time a new video goes up. Share this video with all your friends on all platforms and social media. Leave a comment. Love reading. Love responding to them. In the meantime, if you want to learn how to make something with a bit of leftover or whatever you've got, just like I've done right here, we need to come and join the family, my family. Hit that subscribe button and you'll never miss another one of my videos again. Off to eat my smoked lamb and gravy buns, and I will catch you next time. Bye.